Hello, my dear students. So, I am again back for you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, there was a little break in my uploading the new videos because of my too much engagement with my online classes. And as you know, recently, October-November 2025 Cambridge exam just ended. So, I found some time and I thought I should be with you. All right. If you are new to my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe and share your feedback in the comment section below. It will be a little support for me to continue this work for all of you. All right. In this video, now let's discuss May-June 2025 exam, Cambridge IGCSE English as First Language. As you can see this document, First Language English, it's also used for 0500 and also for some other codes in 1 to 9 grading, 9 to 1 you can say. All right, this document that you are looking at my screen is the reading insert, where you have three texts A, B and C to read for solving and answering different questions in the question paper. Okay, so let us now look at text A first. Read text A and then answer questions 1 A to E. So in A, B, C, D and E, these five components of question number 1, as you know, as I already discussed in my syllabus discussion file and exam pattern discussion video, that A, B, C, D, E, the five components of question number 1 are based on text A. If you read text A well and understand it properly, then you can answer excellently question number 1. I have already solved it for you, but don't worry, we will trace these answers. We will reach the text again and again for each answer. We will scan the text to get the answers. Okay. All right, this is now the question paper, First Language English, variant 1, paper 1 reading for 2 hours, and this is May-June 2025 exam. This is the latest past paper available that was issued by Cambridge, and after a few months we will also have October-November 2025 question paper, so I will also try to solve that one for you. This is now the question paper for total 20 marks, where I think you have in question 1 30 marks, question 2 25 and question 3 again 25. So for question number 1, they say read text A, try your hunting in the insert and then answer questions 1 A to E on this question paper. You will be given space in your question paper to write your answers in exam, but to find the answer you need to reach this other document called reading insert. Here is text A, try your hunting, a very interesting text. Let's first read this text to get the overview of this text, then we will take each question one by one. Try your chest. Caches of banknotes and hoards of gold. Are they really out there waiting to be discovered? Gently, modern day movies and classic adventure novels with fairy tale endings inspire many enthusiasts to take off in search of buried treasure. It makes sense that people might have buried their valuables. There were no banks centuries ago, and it was unsafe to leave money or gold lying around. Sometimes people moved on from an area, leaving behind caches of coins and other treasures which they planned to recover later. Some historians say treasure is concealed around the globe. This treasure comes in many forms: iron boxes filled with jewels, jars of silver coins, and any type of container stashed with valuables, or just a big hole hastily dug to hide loot from a robbery. So how do you start when searching for a cache or hoard? By reading, checking out books and old maps associated with the city or town that you're searching to find out about the potential treasure and where it might be buried. It is worth seeing out local residents to talk about what they know. Some name hunters pay for information. Those wiser offer a percentage of the treasure. Treasure hunters can spend years compiling information before setting out on their reach. Others already have the knowledge and funds to launch a search within just weeks or months of acquiring a solid deal. If you persist, sooner or later you will always find something, even if it's only a few coins of little value in a tin, claims 55-year-old delivery driver Alex Ron, author of All the Secrets of Successful Treasure Hunting. But successful treasure hunters can become ridiculously wealthy, never having to work again. If your heart has set on treasure hunting, you may have picked the right time to embark upon this hobby. Today's advanced metal detectors are potentially capable of finding any deep caches that might somehow have gone undetected by the teams of dedicated hunters searching in previous decades. But the sheer logistics involved in accessing those locations may be enough to dampen any enthusiasm. With greater rewards comes greater difficulty, as well as the need to have more sophisticated and costly equipment. So this is now the end of text A, just 27 lines text. Let's now reach question number 1 and solve its 5 first components A, B, C, D, E. 5 parts, okay? What two things give people the idea to search for treasure according to paragraph 1? Now, the idea to search for treasure. Two things you need to add in these 2 lines to complete this answer to get this mark. Let's now reach to the reading insert here. So, modern day movies and classic adventure novels with fairy tale endings inspire many enthusiasts to take off in search of buried treasure. Inspire means you get your motivation from. It causes you to go, it makes you enthusiast to go and start your journey and to search buried treasure. So there are 2 things, modern day movies number 1 and classic adventure novels number 2. So you have to write these as 2 separate points here, modern day movies and classic adventure novels. That is enough. You do not need to add this content in brackets. That's already enough. Okay. Now using your own words, explain what the text means by. In these type of questions, you cannot use any word from the text. You just have to use your own words. Make sure you use your own words. Here the first phrase they have added, to recover later. Now there are 2 things, recover and later. There are 2 strands of this first part. That's why there are 2 marks. If you write the correct meaning for one word in this phrase, you will only get 1 mark and not for the other. So recover in this context, if let's reach back to the text where the word was used, you have to see all the words and phrases. Although I have already prepared answers for you, but don't rely on them. Let's discuss and look at the real text and find the context. Now you see, but they planned to recover. So leaving behind caches of coins and other treasures, some people's moved on from an area to other places and they leave behind their treasures with a plan that they will come back and recover it later. So here is this phrase, to recover later. So in this context, it means that they will come, later means they will come at a certain point in the future and they will get them, collect them, dig out to get the treasure again. So to recover later in the text, it means come back and dig up again at some point in the future. This will be the proper answer. Now concealed around the globe in line number 7. So do not decide the meaning without reaching the text back. Here it's line number 7. Some historians say Treasure is concealed around the globe. Okay, here is the phrase found. Concealed around the globe. So this was the phrase given here in question number 1 and its second component. Okay, concealed around the globe. So it means concealed means hidden and around the globe means in places all over the world. So hidden in places all over the world will properly describe and explain the meaning of concealed around the globe. Let's now read question C, the third question in question number 1. This is a simple comprehension question that is you can find explicitly in the text. Give 2 different ways treasure hunters should get the information they need to start their search. So what are the 2 different ways? Reread paragraph number 3. Let's now read quickly to paragraph number 3, beginning with so how. So how do you start when searching for a cache or hoard? By reading. So the first thing, checking out books and old maps and books associated with the city or town that you are searching to find out about the potential treasure and where it might be buried. It is worth seeking out local residents to talk about what they know. Some knave hunters pay for information. Oh, those wiser offer a percentage of treasure. Wow. So some people offer that if you give me information, I will pay you. Some say I will give you a percentage. After rereading this paragraph 3, let's try this question now. Give 2 different ways treasure hunters should get the information they need to start their search. If we sum up, the 2 things are here. Read old books and maps. Ask the local residents. The other details like they either pay or tell them they will give them percentage of the treasure, not needed here. This is enough. Ask local residents and read old books and maps. Okay, so you can also write they should, or the hunters, treasure hunters should read old books and maps and ask local residents to start their search. All right. Hopefully this paper is going to be very easy and interesting for you. My teaching purpose is always, and this is what I do in my online classes too, that study should be like a puzzle game for you. Especially this English subject, reading, writing, listening and speaking for me is like a game of genius. Whether you are studying Cambridge or Edexcel, IGCSE English first language or second language, it's always a game. Okay, reread paragraphs 4 and 5. Treasure hunters work again. Identify 2 reasons. You need to understand the key words in the question. 2 reasons why people who have been inspired to hunt for treasure might not set out straight away. So the key words, if you notice, 2 reasons why people who have been inspired to hunt for treasure might not set out straight away. Like if they have made their decision to go, why they cannot quickly go right sharply when straight away when they have decided. Let's read paragraph 4 and 5 to find it. Alright, here is paragraph. Let me see if this is really that paragraph. Yes, you can confirm from here. Treasure hunters work again, the starting phrase and the ending phrase for paragraph 4 and 5. Okay, so these are the 2 paragraphs. Treasure hunters can spend years compiling information. This one, because they need to compile information, the first reason, before setting on their search. Others already have the knowledge and funds, the other thing. Some people who can quickly go and launch a search within just weeks or months of acquiring of acquiring a solid deal. So they have the knowledge and funds. So compilation, the fund, the information, and the second thing is fund. Okay, so these are the two things. If you persist, sooner or later you will always find something, even if it's only a few coins of little value in a tin, claims 55-year-old author of all the secret blah blah blah. But the successful treasure hunters can become ridiculously wealthy, never having to work again. Alright. So the two reasons we get compiling information, and the other is to acquire wealth or funds. These are the two things that they need to start their journey. So they need time to compile information, they need a solid lead, or the funds you can add up here. They need proper funds. Okay, explain why some people might not be persuaded to take up treasure hunting by Alex Ron's claims. You have 3 marks for this, but this question is not easy. It's not based on explicit information, but implicit information. Like, it's something like that is not given directly in the words of the text, rather you have to infer. You have to do inference. You have to infer the text. You have to find out some clues why this statement is not valid and why people may not believe Alex Ron. The first thing is that if you persist, sooner or later, you will always find something, even if it's only a few coins of little value in a tin, claims 55-year-old delivery boy. Now this person is 55 years old, but still a delivery driver. So this is his fortune, or what he is doing. Why he could not get all this? Alex Ron, author of All the Secrets of Successful Treasure Hunting. But successful treasure hunters can become ridiculously wealthy, never having to work again. So people may not believe it because you might only find low valuable coins. This is also possible. It is not true that you always find that you don't have to work again. His credibility is also doubtful because he is still a delivery driver despite claiming all the secrets. And it could take a long time. Also, it's not quick. You have to you have to pursue this for a long time, and you have to stay consistent, and you need to persist like that. So it takes a long time. You will have to wait. What will you do in this all this time? So there are 3 marks here for this. You need 3 good reasons for this. This last question is an interesting one, where you have to again use your own words to explain why now may not be a good time to take up the hobby of treasure hunting. Okay, why, using your own words, you have to explain why this is not a good option. Reread paragraph number 6. So you do not need to take it as a hobby. Why? 3 marks are there. Let's read paragraph number 6. This one. If your heart is set on treasure hunting, you may have picked the right time to embark upon this hobby. Today's advanced metal detectors are potentially capable of finding any deep caches that might somehow have gone undetected by the teams of dedicated hunters searching in previous decades. So the advancement in technology have provided the metal detectors some new equipment that they can easily catch everything. There are less chances of things found there. But the sheer logistics involved in accessing those locations may be enough to dampen any enthusiasm, because you need very good logistics and tools and equipment, other things to access those locations. It's not easy. With greater rewards comes greater difficulty, and also there are hurdles and difficulties, as well as the need to have more sophisticated and costly equipment. So in the light of this paragraph, the things that we get, that this is Why now may not be a good time to take up the hobby of treasure hunting? The first thing is that it's getting to likely sites is difficult. Number two, easy finds may have been taken already. So what is left is harder to locate because those metal detectors might already have found all the things that could be easily found there. Third thing is the hobby now needs costly high-tech equipment. Now this hobby needs very high technology, advanced and very costly equipment to do this and carry out all this. Okay, so these were A, B, C, D, E, five components, five parts of question number one that were based on text A. So next we have to read text B to answer F component of question number one. That is a separate question. Okay, so this is now the end of this video. See you again in the next video with F component, that is a summary writing task with text B.